Let's bring in Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch. Tom, thanks so much for your time this morning. As always, what did you make of that bombshell statement and the reaction to it?
Well, the fact that it's being called a bombshell is no surprising thing. Certainly, those of us who've been investigating this independently, like Judicial Watch, certainly your network, I mean, to say that it's spying, only in Washington would that be controversial, and it shows you why the left is so dishonest here, because they've known it's spying. It obviously was spying. And I think they're not so much nervous about it being called spying, but the other part of his questioning was, I want to investigate what went on. Yeah. That's what they're nervous about. This is a joint operation between the DNC, the Clinton campaign, the FBI, DOJ, you name it, to target President Trump or then candidate Trump. And look, even the Mueller operation benefited from this illicit spying. One of the FISA warrants at issue was signed during Mueller's term after he was appointed by Rod Rosenstein. So there are a lot of uncomfortable questions here. It could be, you know, the fact that criminal investigation hasn't taken place yet just shows you how out of control and adrift the Justice Department has been because of the Mueller operation.
And they're looking into it. You got Horowitz, and then it looks like Bill Barr is going to check into it. Here's Jerry Nadler and Steny Hoyer on what Bill Barr said.
I believe the Attorney General of the United States of America believes he needs to protect the President of the United States, and I think that's unfortunate.
This is an attempt to take the attention off that very serious, these very serious crimes and divert people's attention to absolute conspiratorial nonsense.
And Tom, real quick, let's just pull up this tweet from 2017, because we all remember the reaction when this came out from the president.
Yes, we do.
Terrible. Just found out that Obama had my wires tapped in Trump Tower just before the victory. Nothing found. This is McCarthyism. Now, obviously, you know, we don't know if Trump Tower was wiretapped by President Obama, but when this was said, the Democrats, the media, they frankly wanted to Baker Act the president for being so crazy. And now we're walking down this path.
Well, it turns out the president was onto something, to put it mildly. Look, there's nothing like it. Nothing like this has occurred in American history. This is one of the most significant abuses of power in American history. No other presidential candidate has been spied upon to the degree that President Trump or then candidate Trump was spied upon. And the wires tapped. Oh, boy, you know, it wasn't just having his wires tapped. They had an expansive FISA operation against him. They were trying to place spies and plants in the campaign. They were taking up his phone records. I tell you, why hasn't there been a comprehensive investigation of this thus far? Shows you it's really troubling. And you know, this is why the Democrats are nervous. Their Democratic National Committee needs to be questioned. Their lawyers need to be questioned. Hillary Clinton needs to be questioned. And dare I say it, President Obama needs to be questioned, because this was run out of the Obama White House. It's clear. There was a key meeting, for instance, about that shady dossier in January of 2017, including Comey, Obama, Rice, and Vice President Biden. What did they discuss? And at that time, they all knew the dossier was salacious and unverified, and yet they used it continuously to get not only the spy warrants, but then to go and harass President Trump directly, or then President-elect Trump directly with it through Comey's meeting, where he shared it with him and said, well, you know, there's nothing here. And President Trump said, what the heck is going on here? This is not true. And yet they continued to push him on it. I tell you, our republic was under assault during that time because of the abuses of this administration that continued, frankly, through the Mueller special counsel operation. And I would just highlight quickly before we go, Mr. Barr refused the invitation to endorse the Mueller investigation. He didn't say it was a witch hunt, but all he said, well, it was an investigation. Certainly he wasn't pleased with the way it went on, the way it happened either.
Well, Tom, we know you and Judicial Watch, you've been on this from the very beginning, and we certainly appreciate you joining us. Lots to unravel here this morning, and it will continue to.
So we'll see what Bill Barr and Inspector General Horowitz find out. Thank you so much, Tom. We appreciate it.